So, Joe, you obviously have been really, really busy. Episode 200 kind of got away from me. You've prepped like something special for the episode, right?
No. No. Greg, we've been doing this for 6 years.
I mean, closer to 8. I mean,
Cool.
I feel like I've been saying 8 years for 6 years.
when have I ever prepped anything? This is. Huh.
They will remember.
Who?
We'll celebrate episode 200 another episode.
Yeah.
When I've got time to do something fun and we can be in the same room. They're not going to remember. We'll just play it. We'll just really downplay it.
So episode 300 then, yeah.
Episode 200. Right, okay, let's just do it. They won't know. Right.
Welcome to the You're Seeing Guys. You're Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. You're Seeing Guys. You're Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 200 of the All Seeing Guys podcast. With, of course, Greg and Joe. I am Greg, and I'm joined, as always, over the Skype waves by...
Obviously,
Who are ya?
Joe Jackson.
Obviously, episode 200, Joseph Jackson.
That's it.
Now,
Obviously.
Obviously. We're not as prepared for episode 200 as we'd like to be. We want to do something a bit more fun. There's going to be a whole Nick Cage thing, but we honestly haven't had time. I've been so busy.
There's going to be a whole Nick Cage thing.
I just haven't had a chance. I mean, Nick Cage wasn't going to be on the podcast. We were going to do something Nick Cage based and stuff. We just haven't really had a chance. I've been really against it. My fault. Sob stories. Small violin and all that.
Small violin.
But, I'll be back with a vengeance soon. I'm literally right at the end of sorting these books out, and then I'll be ready to fucking come back and get things done properly like I used to.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Bish, bash, bosh. Well, let's do episode 200. We're still here. And Joe, did you know, not only is it episode 200, but 7 years ago today, we hosted the pub quiz and the Fighting Cocks.
Was that 7 years ago?
That's what Facebook tells me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Actually, 7 years today, because it came up being like, come down tonight,
Oh, it was,
pictures of us like getting ready for it and stuff.
Randy was unwell, so he asked us to be the master of ceremonies.
Yeah, and we went down and did it. It was a lot of fun.
It was good.
And
I like that. I mean,
never got asked to do it again.
No,
It was a lot
never
of
at
fun.
all. Yeah, no, never at all. Still going strong, that pub quiz as well.
Is it still going? Does he still host it?
Still hosts it.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll have to go down at some point.
Yeah.
Surprise him. I didn't realise he still hosted it. Wow. Okay, Randy. Shout outs to Randy.
Yeah.
Hosting the pub quiz still after all these years.
It's getting it done.
Getting it fucking done. How are you, Joe? What's Guan?
What's going on? Yeah, I am excellent. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Just a lot of work.
He's
A lot
You're
of
at
work.
work.
A lot of work happening at the moment. My boss
Fair
was admitted to hospital with a fever,
Right.
which then ended up being a very, very infected foot and leg.
Jesus.
So he had an operation the other day. So that
And
was
he
good.
still has his
Still
foot and
has
leg?
his leg.
Right,
Still
thank
has
God.
his leg. Yeah.
Right, that's good news.
So yeah, it's just.
They fucked up and cut his arms off.
I know, yeah. And then there's like someone else on holiday, so it's
Classic.
it's a small team, and it's we're all gonna have a fun couple of weeks. But apart from that, I'm good as gold. Went out for lunch today with Becca. Went and had 36th Street, some more Vietnamese food.
Oh yeah, nice.
Delicious,
time?
mate. Absolutely delicious.
Lovely.
Can't get enough of
Lovely.
it. Just a nice
Lovely.
big bowl of soup and noodles. I know in the past I've absolutely slated Wagamama for being bullshit, but this
true,
ain't
he has.
Wagamama. This is way better. This is fucking delicious. So
I mean, I've recently gone out twice now with work for a Chinese,
have you?
and I don't like Chinese, but I've gone out twice now.
So what do you what do you
to
have?
The emperor in Chim. Well, it's kind of like, it's not a buffet like you go up and help yourself, but you pay like, I think it's like 35 quid or something, and they just bring you an endless supply of like starters before you move to your main.
Nice.
And we go great. I get like the ribs, the duck. What else do I have? The toast, their satay chicken, their satay sauce is phenomenal. It's got like a little kick to it. It's really fucking nice. Like they have like all like fucking shrimp and stuff. I'm not really, you know me, I'm not a seafood man.
Yeah.
Blake the fuck out of everything else. And but we do that for like an hour or so, like a few rounds of all these starters on small plates, and then we get to the main, which is usually like the sizzling lamb and stuff, which is really, really fucking nice. But that's it. We don't really go too deep on the main because we've eaten so much and had beers and stuff. But I've gone there twice and really enjoyed what I've eaten.
To be fair, with the Chinese, I do feel that it's sometimes more the nibbly starter bits that are sometimes better than the actual mains. You know, everyone loves chicken ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Lizzie was very much.
Well, not everyone. Like
no, but Lizzie was apparently this is one of Lizzie's favourite Chineses I go to, and she's like, annoyed that I've gone there twice without her, but I won't go with her to a Chinese. But I've gone twice with work now to one of her favourite ones.
It is rather hypocritical of you.
Yeah, well, I'd deal with it, love.
Deal with it.
She's always dealing with it.
She's right behind you, mate.
Yeah, I know. Well, she's always dealing with it. It's like what? Oh, so not March, but April. It's my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah, damn.
I found out one of my managers at work has the same wedding anniversary as me. Same day, same year we got married.
Oh, no.
Mad.
Have you got to work?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah. Are you going to do something special for the...
What
is this? Is this like...
I don't know, 10 years, tin roof? I don't know.
I
don't know what name it is. It's not a big special one.
Anthracite
ball bags, but we don't really celebrate our anniversary. We always forget anyway until like Lizzie's mum gives us a card saying happy anniversary. Well, oh yeah, we'll probably remember this year because it is 10 years. But who knows what we'll do if we'll do any. We were going to do this and that, but I think just how busy I've been of late, I've kind of like ruined any preparation plans for that. But we'll see. I was bringing it up because almost made it 10 years and I lost my wedding ring last week.
Oh, mate. Oh yeah, how did breaking
close
that news go?
Pretty weird actually. It was pretty funny.
Was Lizzie just like, yes, all right, I lost mine like 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, she's still got hers. So yeah, long story short, I've probably told stories about going out with these guys before when I go out in Wimbledon. They're my mates, but they're like I know them because they're like Lizzie's school friends' husbands, and we all clicked at a wedding a few years ago. And it's just kind of been a WhatsApp group since then. But we usually meet up, a couple of times a year for a good old knees up in Wimbledon. And we met up this Friday just gone in Wimbledon. Went to Alexandra. I got quite drunk. Didn't feel too drunk. Then it's like I just switched, and all of a sudden, I was like just really drunk.
Yeah.
To the point where I got up and was dancing on the dance floor. I was. They joined me for a bit, but I was up there for ages, just like fucking yes.
I can honestly say that I'm
quite a few, and it's not me generalising. Just generally was in this pub quite a few coked up Romanians who were being quite aggressive.
Okay,
and a few of them got in my face a few times. We were outside, and I pressed the button for the heater to come on, and one of them got right in my face. Oh, what are you, a fucking pussy? Why are you putting the heater on? I'm like, oh mate, I try to keep it all light, cheaper than turning it on at home. Oh, we can't afford heating at home. What's the matter with you, pussy? Stop calling me a pussy, man.
Why are you a pussy for being in the middle of a crisis?
Stop calling me a pussy.
You're such a pussy for being in the middle of a cost of living crisis.
And then he's like, oh, there's a bar on the roof. Me and you should go. And I'm like, no, I'm fine, actually. Just need to call me a pussy twice to my face.
He's like, what are you, scared of roofs, pussy?
To the point where, like, Richard, who was with us, like, wouldn't really let me go anywhere on my own after that. He would, like, come out with me. Just make sure you're all right, Greg. I know what you like. Get in trouble.
Why is it you?
And then, it's funny, later on I was in the toilets.
Took a disliking to you.
There was a guy next to me at the urinal. And we could just hear, like, and literally, like, 4 of these Romanians were in one cubicle.
Brilliant. Of course they were.
And we could hear them all. And I turned to the guy next to me and I was like, man, they're being really subtle.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. Then we heard. And I was like, man, they're being really, really subtle.
Yeah.
And then we heard one of them go, I'm going to go get another G of Coke. And I'm like, they're not even trying, man. They're not even trying.
They're not even trying.
And they all came
like,
out.
You're just like all the way through it. Just like 4 of them were just like, oh well, maybe one of them's like got some bad news and they just needed some privacy.
Yeah.
And then they're like sniffing. So he's upset. Obviously, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to get a gram of coke. I was like, okay, well, I was completely
He really
wrong
loves
about
this fizzy pop.
Yeah, I was completely wrong about the circumstances of that toilet.
And then they all come out. Man, they're not even. They just look fucked. They go out. They've left coke all over the toilets. Like they've not done a good job of like keeping it subtle or tidy. And then I go to the dance, and they kind of fucked up upstairs. But there was like some older ones with them.
Yeah.
So these older like bald guys, probably in like their mid-60s maybe, and they're dressed, you know, kind of like how you would imagine a 65 old Romanian guy on that pool to dress. He's kind of like, you know, his polo tucked into his trousers. He's got like quite a smart jacket on.
Yeah.
You know, looking cool. But he's on the dance floor, and he kept just like getting right up to these women who didn't really want to know.
Yeah.
And he kept like, he wasn't like, I wouldn't say groping, although I did see him rub one woman's bum, and she did not like it. So you know what I'm like, especially when I'm a bit drunk. I'm like, I can't fucking stand, I can't abide this. So I'm like trying to get in between him and the girls. And it's like, to stop him, because they're not having a good time. They're getting really annoyed. He keeps touching them. They're like, they're literally trying to move their hands off their bodies.
Yeah.
It on them. And there's a few, so I kind of get in the middle. He did not like that. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, thank you, like kind of like not dancing with me like, oh, this guy's I'm gonna sleep with this guy. They're dancing with me because they know I'm trying to get in the way for him.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it, and he kept like slapping my hand away and stuff. That could have been where my wedding ring came off.
Maybe.
The funny thing is, when I arrived that night and first met...
Just want to reiterate, that's not Greg accusing this man of stealing his wedding ring.
No. It definitely fell off my finger. The funny thing is, that night when I arrived, the evening when I first met them, I met them at the pub, and one of the first things they said to me was, "Oh my God, Greg, look at the weight, you've lost so much weight."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I've been busy, stressed, and just, I was sick recently." And I was like, "Look at my wedding ring, it like slides off my finger." And they're like, "Oh wow, be careful."
Oh mate.
And then later that night, anyway, I kind of dancing whatever. Then all the lights came on. The pub was closing. It was 1:30. I realised the ring was no longer on my finger, and I was like, "Fuck, that could have come off at any time."
Yeah.
I looked all over for it. All the lights came on. We all looked for it. Security helped us look. I left my details with the pub, but I wasn't expecting to hear, and I didn't hear. So the ring was gone. There was a little... So I got home.
Good one, Frodo. Fucking
yeah,
cheap.
I left, and everyone was like... Look, they were going on to another bar. I was walking with them, but I was like... I could feel I'd sobered up so much when I realised I lost my ring.
Yeah.
That I was like, any other drinks is going to make me feel sick now. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm just going to go home. So I was like, guys, I'm going to go home. They were like, oh no, come to the next bar, one more bar. And I was like, no, I'm going home. So I said goodbye to them all, fucked off, got in a taxi and went home. Got in. Lizzie was obviously asleep. Mm-hmm. And I've gone in and I've kind of like fumbled around the room till she kind of stirred a bit and was like, oh, you're right. And I was like, oh, good, you're awake.
Just throw in shatter. Good, you're awake.
I was like, I've got something to tell you.
Couldn't sleep, eh?
Got something to tell you. You're not gonna like it. I'm really sorry. You're really not gonna like it. She said, "What is it?"
Band-aid it, mate. You just got to band-aid it.
I think in her mind, I'm now building up to, look, I've just snogged someone else, or I've gone home with someone else. That's what she thinks is coming. And I'm like, I've lost my wedding ring. And she was like, okay. Like, well, we knew it was gonna happen because it's been falling off your fingers a lot recently. Okay, well, it is what it is. Like, we'll worry about it tomorrow, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the next day, we then found out that the guys I was with went to the bar. When they left said bar, only about an hour after I went, they basically got jumped by a bunch of youths in hoodies who like just did a number on them. Just came up behind them, smack, just fucking smacked the head out of them. Left them lying on the floor. They didn't even rob them. Just left them on the floor and walked off laughing.
Fucking mad, innit?
Just got them from behind, fucking sucker punched their asses, and fucking just did a number on them. And that's when Lizzie was more like, fuck, if you hadn't lost your ring, you would have gone with them. And I was like, yeah, 100% I would have gone with them. I 100% would have gone with them. Because I lost my ring, I went home. So there was kind of a weird silver lining to it.
Sort of. But it's like...
Sort of.
It's almost just like, was this supposed to happen sort of shit? Like...
Yeah, for sure.
Was this like this is like, you know, when everyone's like, just give me a sign? It's just like, that's a fucking sign for you.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, strange. The funny thing is, I've been saying to people at work, I was like, man, when I go out with these guys, stuff always happens. It's always so, you know, not bad violent stuff.
Yeah. It's like, just stupid.
Like, we just get drunk and do really, really stupid drunk shit. There's usually always stories. When we go out. In fact, when we were out this time, we were recapping previous stories and fucking pissing ourselves laughing.
The times that you've gone out,
you
have usually sent like videos in, and it'll be like you'll be like, all right, like I'm gonna go and meet these guys now, and it'll be like, you know, 6-7 o'clock, and then like before 10, there's usually a video of you just being like, a sick has happened.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sick though. I wasn't sick this time.
That's good. Well done.
I wasn't. I've been sick multiple places and times when I go out with those guys. But I was not. There was no shots or anything. I was just beer. Did I do a shot? No, just beer. Yeah, I wasn't sick. Nice. I did very well.
Well played, sir.
But yeah, you know, up until that point, it was a really good night. It's a shame. Like,
yeah, man.
The guys are okay. They did end up in hospital, but they're out and they're okay. Obviously, a few battered faces, but
yeah, man, it's just
you know, it's shit thing to fucking happen.
It's just so mindless. Like, it's just so fucking stupid. I don't get it. Like,
I know, just mindless attacking and just walking away laughing after.
Yeah.
It's not even rob them. Like, I think John had his phone in his hand,
and they still didn't rob him.
And they just—I mean, not that I wanted them to rob them, but you'd think, oh, that's why they did it. But they just did it and walked off laughing.
It's just like, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well fucking rob them as well. Like,
exactly, yeah, proper, really like mad, like such
nasty,
a surreal,
man. It's fucking nasty,
very, very nasty.
It's just like
so
evil, evil fucking mindset.
That's pretty much what's happened to me of late. Oh no, what? I think I messaged you this in the group, but I still find this weird. The other night, I think it was a day I'd got back from Essex, so I've been down at Gianni's helping sort books out and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'd driven back. I think it was a day I'd gone in gone in the evening, worked a few hours, then driven back again at night.
Yeah.
So I got back quite late. It was pretty wide and stuff. So I was sitting in the garden, having a smoke in the garden. I don't know. I want to say, I don't remember what time it was. And I'm sitting there, it's all dark, chilling out. I think I'm looking at my phone. And then I hear, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of low-flying helicopters
Stag
recently.
beetle. Yeah,
this was not that. And I look up and I see a drone fly over me.
Yeah.
And it's flashing like green and blue lights, like they do. And it goes over. And I'm like, that's fucking bit late for that to be out and about in the dark. What's going on? Then it comes back and just stops above me. Just hovers, literally about a lamppost length above me.
All right, so it's not like not crazy high up.
No, I can see it perfectly. Yeah. And it just hovers above me, and I'm like looking up at it, like, what the fuck is going on? Why and it didn't go anywhere. It literally stayed there the whole time I sat there.
Really?
And it was really freaking me out.
Yeah, that's a fucking invasion of
like,
privacy.
are they filming me? Are they taking videos? Am I going to check my phone? There's going to be like a video of me on one of the local Facebook groups. Yeah. Like, look at this guy. Ooh. Because people have been posting a lot of drone footage recently on the local Facebook groups, but not like snooping in people's houses, or just like aerial shots of the area. In daylight.
I've been at yours, and there's definitely been like a drone just like flying about somewhere. So maybe they've just got a camera and they fucking tried it out or some shit.
It's just weird they were doing it at night and just obviously flew over, saw me, and then came back.
Mate, I would have fucking launched something at it.
Just I don't know what I could have fucking thrown. A chair.
Yeah, mate. Just anything large that would do some damage to it. And be just like,
yeah, it was really weird. It did freak me out a little bit. I was like, why is this above me? It's really freaking me out. What's it doing? What's its goal
just
in
for
life?
It to be
why
like
is it hanging over me?
Yeah, just what's its goal? What do you want?
What's it trying to achieve here?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Round where I live, I don't see or hear a lot of drones, so I'm not too fussed by them. But
no,
unfortunately, they're that sort of like flash in the pan trend that is.
They popped up a lot more during lockdown. I saw and heard a few more during lockdown, but
I kind of get that though. That's just like
not as
people
many
just
now.
sort of
I haven't
send
seen.
it up.
I haven't seen that. That's the first time I've seen one like kind of go over my garden that low for in a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of a weird moment. I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but that happened. Drone.
I'm not sure how I felt about it.
Episode 200, 100. Yeah. Sorry. Gonna
Is this
keep
where we
the momentum
insert
going.
we insert like a fake
Rodeo
a
sound.
fake like sort of shout out from like a celebrity or something? Just like
I can't believe it. I love you seeing guys.
This is Danny Dyer, and I just want to wish you all seeing guys a happy 200 episodes. You cunt.
He was on a Home of the Buckleys the other week. They met the Dyers for a curry.
Did you ever see? I randomly watched one of those episodes, and they went over to the Dyers, and it was they just went over to the Dyers for dinner, and
was that when she got too drunk? And
she
they
got
had to go
so
home
drunk.
really early.
Yeah. Like it wasn't even
talked
dark.
about that. No, yeah. They talked about that this time. That's the first time they've gone back since then.
That's fucking great.
And she's like, I ruined it. Yeah, it's Claire, James Buckley's wife. She like got really drunk and was like, I need to go home.
They were like smashing back cocktails. Actually, my mum came back from. She went to Barbados, which was lovely for her. Well done.
Yes, lovely for her.
But she, when she came back with like a recipe for a rum cocktail, like a rum punch cocktail, and she made some, and I had some down. There's some in the fridge, and I had some, and fucking hell, is it a bit mean? It's a bit harsh, but it's good.
It's not just rum mixed with Rio, then.
No, that it is not. No, that it is not. But it was quite delicious.
Oh, lovely, jubbly.
I'm partial, as you'll be aware, as older listeners will be aware, we used to fuel these episodes on rum, pretty much.
When we would be sat around the table, it was always rum, wasn't it? Yeah, fuck yeah. Who knows? Maybe those days will return again.
Maybe so.
What are you drinking at the moment? You got whiskey in the go?
Yeah, I'm being a whiskey man pretty much since lockdown.
I've got some cans of Estrella this evening.
Nice. I did get some ciders the other day, and it was awful the next day. I felt I felt really groggy, man. I just because I only really drink pints when I'm meeting you or Ed for lunch. Like,
yeah.
for lunch, just
For
for,
lunch.
for beers.
When we do luncheons, our
When we
luncheon
do luncheons,
dates.
yeah, when our lunch
A
meetings.
nice Toby Carvery.
Oh, mate, could you imagine? Get in. Get the fuck in.
You might see you probably haven't on Facebook. My friend Tim tags me in all Toby Carvery posts.
I haven't seen that. No,
like all the time he'll just tag me, being like just tag me, Greg Armstrong, and I'll be like, oh yeah, looks great. He's like, oh, shall I book us in for a normal slot? And I'm like, oh yes, lovely, absolutely lovely, absolutely splendid, absolutely lovely. And then it'll just turn into pipe down, mate.
Yeah.
But always, they must see it, because it's literally like every time a carvery is mentioned, he tags me, being like, oh, usual table, mate, absolutely lovely. Splendid, cracking little carvery.
Window view, yeah?
Window view, yeah? Lovely little carvery. I'll be like, oh, I look forward to it. Highlight of my week. We can't wait to see you. Thank you, Toby Carvery.
Thank you.
We are taking the piss.
Of course. There's not a Toby... there's... not a Toby Carvery within a travelling distance of us, I don't think. Well, I'm sure there is.
No, there's one quite near me.
Right, Boast.
It's literally right by Tolworth Tower.
Oh, is it?
It's not far from Tolworth Tower at all.
Oh, fair enough.
That's the one that we usually go to. When we have my parents. Whenever there's like an Armstrong gathering, it's usually there for a carvery.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Which doesn't happen very often.
No, I bet not.
I'm not sure we've even had any since lockdown. Oh, well. Should we go into some geese? Not that we've got a lot, but Geezedropping.
Let's do that. Yeah, I heard one today, luckily enough.
Thank
so
fuck.
That was good. But I don't think anyone sent me anything.
No, okay. Geezedropping. We hear snippets over conversations heard by you or us, and we read about context. Geezedropping. What does it mean? What does it mean? What did you hear? What does it mean? What did you hear?
Geezedropping. Having a listen.
Okay, so I've got two I've heard. One from Fran, and then Sam just sent us a voice
Literally
message.
like 5 minutes prior to recording, we got one from Sam. Cool. Oh well, I've got one that I heard today.
All right, I'll do my one, then I'll do the one I heard. You can do yours, and I'll do my second one.
Yeah.
Then we'll go into Fran and Sam's. Okay, so my first one, I quite like this. I'm sick of this left-handed disability wank.
Sounds like lyrics in a punk song.
I'm sick of this left-handed disability wank.
Just repeated over and over again. That's the chorus of a punk song.
Left-handed disability wank. Sounds
What's
like a name for
I'm
something.
left-handed. I don't feel disabled by it. What's his fucking problem?
I think he
Or
was...
her. Sorry,
it was a he. I think it was he. I heard it at work, and I think it was something to do with left-handed stock of golf clubs or something.
Right.
But basically, he walked out, couldn't get what he wanted, or left-handed glove or something. I just heard him say, "I'm sick of this left-handed disability wank." He was joking. Like, his friends found it I found it funny actually, so I wrote it down. I'm sick of this left-handed disability wank.
I heard this one in Kingston today. Just walked past. It was the first time that I'd actually really been like, I had this moment where I was just like, I didn't have my headphones on or anything at all, but I was just like, listen out, like you
Listen out, you never know.
Listen out, you might hear something. And lo and behold, like two seconds later, I walked past two girls and I heard the girl say, "Ugh, my nan still thinks she's 35." And but then that immediately made me think, like, does she mean she's like young
Maybe
at heart?
she
Is she young at heart, or has she got like dementia?
Oh yeah. And you never know. Her nan could be 35. You never know nowadays, do you?
That's it. You never know. I mean,
100%.
also could just be actually 35. Like,
Could actually be 35. Yeah. Someone at work the other day used a phrase I hadn't heard for a while. He used the phrase surfing the web.
oh my
And I was
god.
like, God. And I was like, God. I remember when people would say that. Like,
Yeah.
because it was such a new thing. I was like,
Or,
I remember.
or browse the internet.
Yeah, I remember when surfing the web was like started appearing on people's CVs. Hobbies include going to the cinema with my friends and surfing the web. And that
Jesus.
generally was like hobbies people would put. Now you wouldn't put it a hobby; it's just life, right?
Yeah.
Like,
just like no,
But
yeah.
back then, it would have been a bit of like a weird techie geek.
But
thing
like
to
that
go
would have
surf
been
the
like when
internet.
there was like fucking 12 websites.
Yeah,
to look at,
exactly.
like,
Yeah, like travel blogs and stuff like that, and a couple of chat
Man,
rooms.
the early days of the internet were fucking odd.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
I just remember
Um,
as soon as I started to know what the internet was, it was just typing in like Katie Holmes and just seeing what came up. And I was like, there's maybe this is why I'm so
IMDb. That sounds filthy. Let's have a look.
Maybe this is why I'm such a pervert. Was because at 13 years old, I learned that you could type in a person's name and there potentially could be naked images of them. The internet has destroyed me.
What if I type my name in? My God!
That's illegal.
Okay, so this skis job I heard this walking down the street the other day. One girl saying to another girl, "It's over for real this time." He sent her photos.
Of what?
It's got, I don't know.
Oh right, sorry. I thought that was like him sending photos to her saying it's over.
No, yeah, she was.
He had it spelled out on pieces of paper.
No, yeah, it's over for real this time. He sent her photos.
That's got to be some Snapchat shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh.
some dirty, maybe some little
sorry.
fucking dick pic photos, perhaps.
I'm sure you passed on your condolences to her when you passed.
Don't worry, love. Don't worry.
Don't
You
worry.
can send me some photos. I'll send you some photos.
I'll send you.
This is
I
me
got some
painting
photos.
one of my Star Wars figures. This is a picture of Boba Fett I did in the garden.
This is me holding my favourite photo. This is a photo of me holding my favourite photo.
Here I am with Mace Windu from Star Wars. He's a Jedi.
I love the idea that you just walk around with like a 36 pack of photographs, and it's just you just holding various Star Wars figurines.
This is Jango
This is-
Fett, Boba
yeah.
Fett's father.
Yeah, and it's just you again, just stone faced, just holding it. Just
All serious. She's like, I don't like these photos. I'd
yeah.
rather
Why are
get
you
dick
showing
pics.
me this?
I'd rather dick pics. Okay, Fran sent us one. No
Excellent.
context. I was sweating like a slave.
What?
No context. That's all I got. That's all I need.
That's all I need. Yeah, it's probably
That's all we need.
let's not invest any time into the context of that one.
No.
I mean,
no.
It
It
didn't-
could be anything.
Yeah, I
mean,
thought
it probably
was.
isn't.
I
But
thought
could
it
be.
was like a
Sam sent us one. Come on, Sam. Let's go.
slave
Go
at an
on,
auction.
Sam.
I think was the phrase. I think.
Right, Sam. What have you heard?
But I have got a geese drop for you. There's another scout geese drop that went something like this. You're nothing but a selfless turd.
Wow.
A selfless turd. Isn't...
A
Wait,
selfless turd.
wait, hang on. A selfless turd is like... Being selfless is good.
Someone just sent me
Right.
the guys I was talking
Right.
about in that WhatsApp group
Yeah.
that I'm in. Just sent me a picture of a woman bending over with her bum cheeks being pushed together by a doctor.
Right.
And the woman says, "Doctor, my bottom hurts right round the entrance." And the doctor says, "That's the exit. As long as you call it entrance, it will hurt." Classic.
I was like, I've never...
Lovely.
That is an explicit stock photo they have found.
Oh yeah, isn't it just? Isn't it just? Really explicit.
Yeah.
Maybe they're sourced that together themselves. That is the geese drops I have.
Excellent.
So thank you everyone for listening.
Yes, what a wonderful collection of anecdotes.
And we'll be back for episode 201.
Yeah, see you later.
Get the fuck out of here. I have got a few things that we could talk about, but I did something yesterday.
I reckon we should... this was... Becca suggested this to me today. She was just like, "What, are you doing anything for the 200th episode?" And I was just like, No,
we will, but not this
sort of,
episode.
yeah. Eventually we will. And she was just like, "Why don't you just find a list of 200 things and read it out?" I like that.
I don't even know how that would work. Let me see.
I don't know. I don't even think there are 200 things to even put on a list.
200
like-
things.
200 things.
200 things list. 200 things. The things you own end up owning you.
Right.
Everything I own. Here's a list of my 288 things. Oh, this is all about owning things. So this our first one. It's 200. Yeah, he owns 200 things. Weird.
Is this,
That is a good amount of things to own. Is 200.
200 things. Do you own...
Gratitude list.
I reckon... I mean, I probably do own 200 things, but I don't acknowledge it.
Oh, hold on a minute. This could be quite good. This is 200. I can't go for all of them, but 200 things you should experience in a lifetime.
Oh.
Things like make a daisy chain.
They really struggled, didn't they, with this?
Probably done that.
Probably
Stay
done
awake all night talking. Definitely done that.
Absolutely done that.
Party all night. I've done that.
Well, that comes with the talking.
Ride a horse. I have ridden a horse. I wouldn't say I'm a horse rider, but I have been on 2 horses, I think.
I fed a horse.
Oh, right. I fed a horse.
Oh,
I fed
right.
a few horses.
You were just like, oh, right. Well, that's not riding a horse. Why
No,
are
that's
you
not
mentioning
riding a
that?
horse.
I fed a horse sugar lumps.
Ridden a bike.
Actually, when I did that, I was told you had to keep your hand out flat, which is
What,
understandable.
when you ride a bike?
No,
Oh,
when
right,
you fucking
yeah,
feed
you
a
should
horse.
do. Yeah, you should
So
do.
I had my hand up flat and then just instinctively curved them up, and it went in the horse's mouth, and my mate just like immediately yanked my hand out. It was like,
Yeah, good.
you were
Use your
about to get your
fingers.
fucking fingers chewed off by a horse.
Ask someone you've only just met to go on a date. I don't know if I've done someone I've only just met to go on a date.
No, no.
Ride a double-decker bus. Yes, a standard.
Obviously.
Ride a train. Done that.
Yep. Is that a train?
Ride
or a train?
ride an elephant. I have done that.
You have done that. Yeah, well played.
Build a sandcastle. Done that.
Yep. You know what though? I haven't done it in a while.
No.
But
Swim in
I
the
think,
ocean.
I think
I've done
I
that.
would like to build a sandcastle.
Pull an all-nighter. Is that different than party all night? I have
Is
done
that
that.
like working an all
Go
nighter?
to a wedding. Yep, done that.
Oh yeah.
Hold a
honestly.
newborn baby in your arms. Done that. Volunteer. Have I volunteered? I must have volunteered for something at some point.
I volunteered to do something at a job once. That wasn't my job.
There you go. Volunteered.
There you go.
Vote.
Vote.
Ride
Oh, shit.
ride on a boat. Done that. I've walked a dog. Have a pet. See snow. Spend a day at the beach. Yeah, these are all standard.
You know what? That snow one is not ridiculous because
No,
do you
it's
remember?
not. No.
Do you remember when it snowed good here and Ellie had never seen snow?
Yeah. I've
And she was
witnessed a
just like,
couple
"I'm
of
so
Australians
fucking stoked."
see snow for the first time.
Yeah, see lunch.
I don't know where I got lunch from. I've never seen lunch
See?
before.
I've never seen a lunch. How does one lunch?
Have sex is on the list.
Of course it is.
Right next to have a barbecue.
Yeah, do not get the
Have
two
a barbecue,
confused.
have sex, masturbated, get a job. That sounds like a to-do list, doesn't it?
I like that masturbation comes after sex. You have sex and then you masturbate.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on here.
Yeah.
Lots of things you've probably done.
What about
or not done.
I think it would be better to do a list of 200 things you shouldn't do.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, things
That'd
you
be
shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, things you shouldn't be doing.
Things you definitely should not be doing.
Just like
Not Prepping Podcast for episode 200. So I did yesterday. I see. For some reason, it popped up a few times. I did a personality test.
Yeah. Right.
Never done one before.
What, in like Cosmo?
Sorry.
In like Cosmopolitan, or just like?
No. Like a proper like one from like a.
Oh, a legit.
Yeah. Like a legit
Okay.
one. A legit one. It is called it's called 16 Personalities.
Oh shit! I think this is like, is it like your it gives you like a four letters is like the description of like what kind of personality you have.
So, well, I didn't really get full. Oh, yeah, I have actually got some things here, but they've basically broken down my results for me.
I think Becca. Yeah, I think I've done this with Becca. I think as well.
Right, interesting. Well, maybe we're gonna go through.
I
again.
I cannot remember what my results were.
Right, so mine was.
I was very drunk.
Mediator.
A mediator.
I'm a mediator. Now, does this sound like me? Let's have a look. Mediators are poetic, kind, altruistic people, always eager to help a good cause. Now, here we go. Mind. Apparently 39% extroverted and 61% introverted. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
So this is my mind. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. 100%, that's me.
Yeah, definitely.
100%, that's me. Energy. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities.
I'd say that's pretty.
That sounds a bit like me as well.
In certain context, I'd say that was fairly accurate.
Right, now I'm pretty close here. And for nature, they've got me at 49% thinking and 51% feeling. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. Yes,
fair.
I feel that way.
Yeah.
Tactics. Judging and prospecting. 47% judging, 53% prospecting. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible, non-conformists who value novelty above stability.
Yeah.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
Identity. Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. Fuck yeah. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. Yes, but I keep a lot of that stuff to myself.
Okay.
I am, but part maybe not the stress stuff. I think it's very hard to hide when I'm always stressed.
Yeah.
I do feel stressed. I do always have a sense of urgency, but some of the other stuff, I want to make myself better and do that. A lot of stuff I keep to myself.
Mm-hmm. I understand that, because it's like, I don't know, because to me it feels like boasting, and I feel uncomfortable about that shit. Like, I don't like to, I don't like bigging myself up too much.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really bigging myself up.
Nah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, just like, look at these fantastic changes I'm making. I hate fucking doing that.
Oh
to
yeah,
myself.
exactly.
Like,
I get that. Yeah, that's.
I just like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for me and not my fucking social media. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that's just me. I'm just like, I don't really want to have this. I don't want it to be a fucking journey. You know what I mean? Like,
so. Mine really broken down is personality type, mediator. Traits, introverted, intuitive, feeling, prospecting, and turbulent. My role would be diplomat, and my strategy is constant improving. Apparently, a mediator is one of the kindest, most sensitive, and most curious personality types. Mediators are gentle souls bursting with idealistic energy, but it's all too easy for them to feel lost when their creative pursuits don't come to fruition. see, that does a lot of this. I was actually quite surprised when I read through this that how much of this did sound like me.
Yeah.
And I was honest in the questions.
It's
I
a very,
answered,
as far as
them,
it's a very accurate, I think, because how many questions is it?
There was a few, but they were weird questions. Like some of them I'm answering, I'm like, what does this even mean? What does it have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it does. Now this really sums me up. Fun facts about mediators. Finally, here's some cool data about mediators from our research. At last, thanks. According to our surveys, mediators are the personality type most likely to encourage their children to follow their passions in life, regardless of how much money they can make. That sounds like my mum as well, so I can see that.
Yeah.
Dwell on past mistakes, 100% me. What popped in my head the other day? I was sat down the other day, and something pops in my head when I'm from easily 20 years ago. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
And I just fixated on it for ages, and it made me feel horrible. I kept thinking about it.
I know,
replaying it in my head.
Yeah, because it's like it might have happened like 10 years ago or whatever. Like, but it's like it will just come back to you. It's usually for me, it's like embarrassing shit.
Yeah.
Like if I've done something embarrassing, that shit haunts me, man. Like I've mentioned a few of the times before, but like, oh god, like it just, and then because it's like it's happened. Some people might have seen it happen. You can't change it from happening. You just kind of, but like, and like to you, you feel like, oh mate, that's like someone is somewhere in the world telling this fucking story, and
for sure.
30 people are fucking laughing at it, like
for sure.
But they're not at all. That person doesn't give a shit.
Probably doesn't care. Yeah. Emphasize with fictional characters, 100%. I used to get really, even though. When I was a kid, but still older than I probably should have been, I would get really upset about things happening to characters.
Me too.
There's a bit in Lawnmower Man when, obviously, he's a bit of a weird guy, the Lawnmower Man, and he comes around with his lawnmower, and he says to the kid, "Oh, I've got you this 3D comic," and he's like, "Oh, great, where are the glasses?" And the Lawnmower Man's like, "What glasses?" And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And that, I don't know what, I felt so sorry for Lawnmower Man, not knowing that a 3D comic would have had glasses to work.
Yeah.
He bought this guy a 3D comic, and it upset me. I felt so sorry for him. Not like in doesn't know. In like, God, that's so sweet. You got this guy a magazine. Oh, I feel so bad he didn't know about the glasses that come with it. And he's like, I don't know, what do you mean, what glasses? And he's like, oh, and I don't know. It's just a weird thing, but it stuck with me. It upset me so much as a kid.
Yeah.
I felt so sorry and anxious for him. And it stuck. It still pops up in my head today, that random little scene. It's probably the most I remember about the whole film.
Yeah. Mine is Chunk from Goonies.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Something that kid goes through so much fucking shit.
Yeah,
like
he
oh
does
my
go
god,
through a lot of shit. He does go through a lot of shit.
It's just like he's like stuck in a fucking fridge with a dead body just because there's all ice cream in there. Like I hated all this I hated all the fat shit in it. Like I hated all the fat fucking jokes. Like and like when he was like crying because he's like fucking confessing all this stuff. It wasn't until like. Maybe like my late 20s that I watched it again and had so much appreciation for the one where he's like confessing all the horrible shit that he's done. Like,
that's so funny.
It's so fucking good. Like, but at the time I was just like, why won't they just leave him alone? But then
just let him be.
I generally did after watching all that though, you know it gets good because then like he befriends Sloth and they like have their own little adventure following up to the gang and then they're fucking awesome and
plus you know he ended up all right, didn't he?
He ended up fine.
He's like a Hollywood lawyer, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Did you ever see like when Goonies came out? He obviously did like he did a TV appearance on the Terry Wagwan fucking show.
Oh, Terry Wagwan.
He was on the Terry Wagwan show, and he's just this little chunky kid. Like, but he's brilliant. He's just like
wasn't as amazing as Nick Cage's Terry Wagwan.
No,
appearance.
Absolutely. By far the greatest entrance to a talk show fucking ever. Is just front flipping and then just handing out money and like karate kicks. It's fucking great. Nick Cage
kicks everything.
Nick fucking Cage, man. Takes off his leather jacket.
And throws it.
Absolutely pranging off whatever. You know what? I don't even think he was. I think he was I just think that's just who he is. He's just like energetic, And fucking, if he's stoked about something, he's going to show it by doing a front kick and handing out wads of
Does
cash.
it all the time. Does it when he gets up in the morning, when he, has a good shit.
That's how he gets out of bed.
Everywhere.
That's how he gets out of bed, by doing a front flip. It's physically impossible.
Right. I'm curious to see what you are on this personality test here, Joe.
Right.
It's a few questions.
Yeah.
They range from, so you got 3 green circles, which is agree. So you got agree.
Are we padding out this podcast by making me do this entire questionnaire?
Yeah, it's not that it didn't take me long yesterday. Didn't take me long to do it yesterday.
All right.
So you got agree and disagree, but you have like 3 for each. So you obviously
is it like strongly agree?
It just says agree, disagree, but I imagine the first one would be really agree.
So is it 3 green and 3 red?
Yeah, 3
okay,
green,
cool.
3 purple.
I'll just say 1
3 green, 3 purple.
I'll just say what number ring and what colour.
Agree is green and disagree is purple.
That's interesting already. I'm already against it.
So get this going. To be yourself and answer honestly to find out your personality type. Okay.
Yes, Fraser.
Scrambled eggs all over my face. Now, this is interesting. I had to think about this one. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I knew the answer straight away. You regularly make new friends. Agree, disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree. You spend a lot of free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. It's a tough one, isn't it?
No, I'm pretty fucking boring. Is there a neutral?
You told me about shit. You look up.
Yeah, but it's not like things that better me. It's usually just.
Right, so what do you reckon? Disagree? Like disagree? Maybe 3 down.
Like the nearest disagree to the middle.
Okay, perfect. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too.
Strongly disagree. No, sorry. It does depend on the situation. The nearest agree to the middle.
Okay. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Oh, he's thinking about that one, though. It's interesting. Just because I had to think about that one.
No,
and I do. Maybe not for important shit, but I do for unimportant shit.
I slightly disagree.
Okay, slightly disagree. I like that. A slight disagreement. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure.
I calm, but not happy. I would say.
So close to
I would say like a slightly agree.
Oh, okay. A slight agree. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to ones you already know.
Slightly disagree.
So that's the harder one because...
I don't... Because I'm just... it's difficult because I'm just not in those situations anymore. I'm 38.
No, yeah,
I don't
and
need
if
to
I
fucking...
am... I
I don't introduce
myself and talk, but only to, like, friends of friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you were there and some guy you knew showed up, and you hadn't introduced me, but you obviously, I'd eventually be like,
yeah,
I'm Greg. Like,
yeah.
But I wouldn't just go up to some random person and be like,
hey,
I'm Greg.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I'd say slightly disagree.
I like that. Okay. You're through the first section already. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another.
Agree.
You are very sentimental.
I slightly agree.
I actually went for strongly agree with me on that one.
Well, just agree. I just agree. I think.
I'm pretty sure your answer to this might be very similar to mine. You like using organising tools like schedules and lists.
Disagree.
Yep, ours the same. At work and stuff, it's different. But
yeah. Not in my own life.
A small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I hope you're thinking about these at home, listener, wherever you are.
Agree.
You feel comfortable just waking up to someone you find interesting. Oh, walking up, not waking up. You feel comfortable waking up next to somebody you find interesting and starting a conversation. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and start striking up a conversation.
Disagree.
Yeah. You look interesting.
Yeah.
You are
That's
not
because I've killed 17 people.
Just killed them. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works.
Agree.
Right, through that section now. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Now, that's a hard one because when people like say follow your heart, I don't really know what that means. I get like a gut feeling. I get gut feeling.
I remember having like my mum was away once and it was just me and my dad at home and we sat down and we talked about stuff and it was just like he sort of said like you can either think with your head and your heart. And I was just like, what is that? And he was just like, and it is just like it's just two different feelings, you know, like it's just like there's a feeling in your heart that you know is like different to what your brain fucking comprehends.
Yeah, maybe that's what I mix up with like a gut feeling.
Yeah, I think it's that same thing. Just generally a torso feeling, you know? Yeah. It's just a torso feeling.
I have a torso feeling.
I have an organ. I've got this feeling in my organs.
I have an organ-related feeling that's telling me that I should go to the pub.
The thing about I think the interpretation of it is that your brain is able to obviously think and comprehend these sort of like possibilities of the outcome of whatever you're thinking about. And it will give you, and you know, it can almost psych you out of doing what you actually want to do. Whereas if you feel it in your torso, you just fucking do it. Like it's your brain is kind of sort of just it's not like I'm going to go rob a bank. I'm going to listen to my heart. Like,
yeah.
It's not like because your brain's just going to all right. Well, this is not what this scenario is for. Like this is
sure.
But it's I think in personal circumstances it's that sort of thing.
Okay, so do you agree or disagree that you're more inclined to follow your head than your heart? So you're saying it's follow your head more than your heart?
I slightly agree.
Okay, it's a weird one, that one, isn't it? It's a bit of a breakdown.
I overthink fucking everything.
Sure, I do.
Everything.
Yeah, me too. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular day routine.
Disagree.
Oh, interesting.
I slightly disagree. Unless neutral's an option, then...
you can go neutral. The neutral is an option.
Yeah, I'll take neutral on that one.
You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet.
Agree.
Interesting. You enjoyed participating in group activities.
Fucking the strongest option of disagree. The strongest. It is my least favourite thing.
You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending.
Disagree.
Now that's a weird... Now, do you know what's interesting? Is that's a weird question. It's a weird statement. But 100% applies to me.
Really?
Like that was a strongly agree for me.
Oh, really?
I'm like, man, I always like make my own interpretation of endings or films and stuff while I'm watching it and overthink it and break them down. Like that 100% was me.
Nah, I just need to know that Kaiser Soze is fucking at the end of. I just need someone to tell me it, and that's it.
Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments.
That's a tough one because, like, I prefer seeing people accomplish things than myself, and even if I'm not involved in it. Like, I really enjoyed watching you and Gianni hit the fucking target price for your for your GoFundMe. Wasn't involved with it.
It was exciting to watch. I hear you.
Like, and it was I was happy to see it. I would say a slightly. Wait, what was the question again?
Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments.
Yeah, I slightly agree.
Okay, right. Next section.
I don't know about that.
We're on the next section now.
We're not going back.
You were interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next.
Disagree.
You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse.
Strong agree.
Yep, I was the same. You avoid leadership roles in a group setting.
Agree.
Yep, I was the same. You are definitely not an artistic type of person.
Disagree.
No, I wasn't asking a question, I was just saying it. No.
You fucker.
Disagree.
Just waiting for the next section to load. I thought I'd just drop that in
Now,
there.
I'm interested to hear how if you agree or disagree on this.
Okay.
You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings.
The world would be a better place if people were more rational and less emotional.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah.
I agreed on that one. Because sometimes you have to put your feelings aside and think rationally.
You do, yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
you do.
it's,
you hear that?
It's the only... You have to get outside of your feelings in certain circumstances. Don't get me wrong. Not for absolutely everything. You're entitled to be. I feel like emotional is such a fucking wrong word to say.
But of course you can be. It's not saying you can't. It's not saying you can't be.
You can be invested emotionally in it if you absolutely wish to. But yes, at certain times there is also where rationality has to take place.
You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. And by chores, it doesn't obviously mean mum's left you a chores list, but I'm the same. If I want to chill out on my day off, I will try and get all the things I need to get done as quickly and efficiently as possible done first.
I would agree. Yeah. Because once I'm on the sofa or in laying on bed, that's it. That's pretty much it.
You enjoy watching people argue. Now, I kind of put a half agree on this because I was just imagining strangers rather than people I knew.
Yeah. I'm not just I remember being quite traumatised by hearing mum and dad have an argument when I was younger, and I don't enjoy it. But I do like Geordie Shore. So, I'd slightly agree.
Okay, that's good. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself.
Agree. Nah, see, that's a tough one because back in the day I used to stick condoms up my nose.
Yeah, that's true.
Nowadays, I would agree.
Yeah, go with how you are now. There's no point knowing what your personality was 10, 15, 20 years ago.
This isn't a personality test from 10 years ago.
Your mood can change very quickly.
Agree.
Oh, he agrees. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you.
Because I don't think I'm efficient, so I slightly disagree.
Yeah, but it says as efficient as you, so whatever your level of efficiency is.
If you're lower than my level of efficiency,
yeah.
You're
annoying me.
I slightly agree. Yeah.
You often end up doing things at the last possible moment.
Slightly agree.
Yeah, I had to slightly agree with myself on that one. You've always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death.
Disagree.
Disagree. Interesting. I've been thinking about that a lot recently.
Really?
Not sure why. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I think I agreed with that one for me as well.
Not that I
By
dislike...
others, I pretty much mean, hanging out with you and Ed.
Yeah. Like my friends, my girlfriend. I like spending time with these people.
Yeah. Not just random. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Not theoretical. Theoretical. Yeah, I can't speak.
Theatrical?
Yeah, not theatrical. Like theory. Theoretical.
Oh yeah. I get what?
bored or lose interest. I kind of enjoy those conversations usually.
Neutral.
Most of our pointless conversations are fair.
Well, actually, no. There is that. Okay, yeah, I agree in that sense. Yeah, that's a valid point.
You find it easy to empathise with a person whose experiences are very different from yours.
Slightly agree.
Yeah, it's a weird one, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You usually postpone finalising decisions for as long as possible.
Agree.
Interesting. You rarely second guess the choices you have made.
Disagree.
After a long, exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need.
Disagree.
I kind of half agreed with that, because after, like, I'd love going to the Cox after, like, a busy, long week.
Yeah, but that, like
10
10 years ago. Yeah.
That is true. You enjoy going to art museums.
Disagree.
You often have a hard time understanding people's feelings.
No,
Yeah.
I slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. That's fair. That's fair. You like to have a to-do list for each day.
Disagree.
I'd already hit disagree for that. You rarely feel insecure.
Slightly disagree.
You avoid making phone calls.
Yeah, agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I was agree as well. Isn't that strange? I wonder
Yeah.
why that is, because when we grew up, it was only phone calls.
Yeah.
Right? You used to like answering the house phone. It was only phone calls.
That's it. Yeah.
Now,
calling your mate's
now
house.
it's completely different, isn't it?
Yeah. You'd have your mate's phone numbers memorized.
Yeah, weird. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are different from your own.
Slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree, right?
Only because I don't invest time in it.
Right. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities.
Disagree.
Disagree. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible.
Agree.
Yeah, I did agree for me. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago.
Agreed.
You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life.
I rarely. Slightly disagree.
I agreed for me. Your emotions...
Wait. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life.
Oh, I rarely. I slightly agree. Neutral. Just put neutral.
Your emotions control you more than you control them. Deep.
Yeah, slightly agree.
Oh, interesting. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault.
Slightly agree.
Slightly agree. Interesting. Right, we're on the last few now. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organised and consistent efforts.
I slightly agree. I agree.
I had to think about that one as well.
Because there's definitely been some times in my life in different jobs, especially I would say H&M and especially my current job, where things have got a little bit mental, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm a chef in a kitchen where I'm just like, bang, 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 this fucking
Get it done,
bosh,
yeah,
bosh.
for sure.
And I've just felt fucking buzzed by it, which is strange because it's retail. But
No, I'm the same. I had a few moments like that this week. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it would take them to feel disappointed in you.
Slightly disagree. No, I generally just disagree.
Yeah, I you know what?
That's a
disagree with
weird
that
thing.
one as well.
Like that's an odd
It is
thing
a
to
weird
hang
thing.
up on.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I was the same actually.
But it's weird. It's just like I just don't.
You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time.
Agree.
Oh, interesting. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Philosophical questions is a waste of time.
Philosophical?
Yeah, philosophical.
Philosolicals. I disagree. I disagree.
Pondering those, yeah, okay, good, interesting. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places.
Disagree.
Yeah, and there was a time I would have agreed. But I do disagree. Now I am like, oh no, I want a nice quiet pub to sit down and have a laugh and a joke, you know?
Yeah.
You know at first glance how someone is feeling.
Disagree.
Unless they're like bawling their eyes out.
Yeah.
Like,
unless they're dead.
Ones.
Like
Last ones. You often feel overwhelmed.
Disagree.
Okay. You complete things metaphorically without skipping over any steps.
Slightly disagree.
You are very intrigued by things labelled as controversial.
Neutral.
I agreed on that one for me. If I do see controversial, what is that? You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Now it's hard because you might not have ever had that situation. Unless you let someone go, lunch before you.
Yeah, I think it's slightly disagree.
You struggle with deadlines.
Slightly agree.
Oh, interesting. Yes, you didn't prep anything for episode 200. You feel confident that things will work out for you.
Jesus, I need context behind that one. Fucking hell.
That just says you feel confident that things will work out for you.
I agree.
It's interesting. I always thought that. This is the last question, by the way.
Okay.
And I've said this before on the podcast. When I would stand all those days in Tommy Hilfiger in Kingston, just an empty store, bored out my fucking mind for hours on end, staring into space, thinking, what am I doing with my life? I did always have this feeling that something would happen, something would come along, and it's why I was like, and even a part of me was like, I should go get a new job, but I just hate it because it's just be another retail job that I'm gonna not like, so I'm not gonna bother leaving.
Yeah.
Because I get I get paid semi well here compared to if I went to work somewhere else probably. But then I was like, but I feel like something's going to happen that's going to change my life. I'm just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
But then I'd be like, you can't live your life that way, Greg, because then if that doesn't happen, you're going to be a bitter old man. Oh, my chance never came. Well, how did you get your chance? I just waited for it and it never came. I thought that time was when I went to work in digital marketing.
Yeah.
When that all happened, I thought that was it.
It was like the big change. It was the big change.
This has happened at last. That thing I've been waiting for has happened. And then when when it wasn't what I thought it would be, and I was like, this can't have been it.
Yeah.
But then obviously, I guess now with the whole Star Wars book, maybe that's it. I hope that's it.
Well, I think is like
I can't have that fall through and something else come along.
This is like, I mean, the way to look at it is that in these sort of scenarios, I don't like thinking like, because when it's obviously saying like, do you think things are going to work out for you? You sort of look to the future. It's better to like go back to when you were 28 and how your life was then, and then to sort of say like, well, what's changed since then? And it's just like
to look at it actually.
I prefer that. Like I was like, okay, well, 28, I was still living at home in a job that I hated, but in like
28 years of age
in a job that I didn't enjoy, but convinced myself was what I wanted to do. And then just obviously at the same time, I was like, yeah, that all fucking sucked, but I was going out with my mates fucking 4 or 5 nights a week and going out and having a laugh and enjoying myself and not really worrying about the fucking responsibilities and all this shit. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's different now, but like,
yeah, for sure.
I think that's I always, in those sort of scenarios, I like thinking about what's changed in that sense, that what's changed from the past to the present instead of the future.
Okay, so does that mean, did you say you agree then?
What was the question?
You feel confident that things will work out for you?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Right, now we're going to hit see results. Oh.
You should not be alive.
That's interesting.
Oh, is it?
You're a virtuous.
A virtuous. Virtuoso.
Virtuoso. Virtuoso are practical experimenters, masters of all kind of tools. The guy you've got is holding he's holding a drill.
How fitting.
I fully had a paintball gun. 13% extroverted, 87% introverted. Split you up. Your mind into. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deeper, meaningful social interactions. That's the same as me.
Yeah.
Introverted. You've got the same introversion result as me. Energy. 22% intuitive, 78% observant. Observant individuals are pragmatic and down to earth. They tend to have a strong focus on what's happening or very likely to happen. I know my mic's really starting to crack again here, people.
Yeah.
Apologise. Next up, nature. 59% thinking, 41% feeling. Now, I differed by 1% on that. So I was more feeling, whereas you're more thinking.
Well, as I said, I overthink a lot. So it's...
Thinking individuals focused on objectivity and rationality, often dismissing emotions in favour of logic. They tend to see effectiveness as more important than social harmony. Tactics. Now, 36% judging, 64% prospecting. That's close to me as well. More prospecting. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible, non-conformists who value novelty above stability. Same as me. So quite a few here. Okay, on your identity. 43% assertive, 57% turbulent.
Turbulent.
I was the same. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven. I was the same. So, I'm going to... No, I don't want to update profile. Right. Let's have... Oh, that's interesting. You've got... That's not fair.
What?
Your introduction is a quote from Harrison Ford.
Oh, that is good.
I wanted to live the life, a different life. I didn't want to go to the same place every day and see the same people and do the same job. I wanted interesting challenges. Harrison Ford.
That's an interesting. It doesn't feel like me at all.
That bit doesn't sound like
that quote
me,
doesn't sound like me at all.
That quote does not sound like you at all. But let's go down here.
Now, what have you found?
I was trying to find your
Find out if you're gay in 12 questions or less.
strengths and weaknesses. Optimistic and energetic, creative and practical. Spontaneous and rational.
Spontaneous and rational feels like a...
Apparently you're great in a crisis.
Am I? What, like if like you're stuck in a lift or something?
And also relaxed. Weaknesses. Stubborn.
Yes, 100%.
Insensitive.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, if you've listened to like at least 100 episodes of this fucking podcast, you'll know that is probably true, yeah.
Private and reserved.
Yeah.
Easily bored.
Yeah, to an extent.
Dislike commitment.
Ooh.
This can be a particular challenge in romantic relationships.
Well, then, I mean, I feel like I'm getting through that one as a person.
Good.
I feel like I've matured.
I love that.
In the past,
I love the last bit.
What is it?
Yeah.
In the past, like I've definitely avoided being in
the past
in relationships, but these days I quite enjoy it.
I like this last bit of weakness potentially for your personality type. Risky behaviour.
That's a positive, isn't it?
This stubbornness, difficulty with others' emotions, focus on the moment, and easily boredom can lead to unnecessary and unhelpful boundary pushing just for fun. That's interesting.
Wow.
I don't know if you're like that, but that's interesting.
I know, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say I feel like I'm respectful of people's boundaries. After the first time that I step over them.
Yes, of course. You learn and you keep going.
I don't try to purposely find boundaries and push them, but there have been circumstances where I've what bosoms? Did you say bosoms?
It sounds like you said bosoms. I don't find boundaries and bosoms.
Sounds like a Blink 182
So that's
album.
interesting. So even though you and I knew you would be a different personality type to me, actually a lot of very similar crossovers that make a lot of sense.
There's some bit. It's just some different percentages.
Yeah, but they both over. A lot of them are over on the same side. It's very interesting. Makes sense, and the ones that make sense as well for us to be friends. Like, there's obviously enough there to have good discussions, but also just we both appreciate the same settings and the same social environments now. Whereas if we'd done this, I'd love to have done this on the episode 1 of the podcast. And seen what the results were.
That's a good point, actually. That would have been really good. That would have been. We'll do it at number 1 and we'll do it at number 200 and we'll redo it.
Yeah. We'll do this again in like 100 years. We'll be dead, I'm sure.
We'll do it another.
But we'll do this
We'll do it
few
another
years.
7 years. Yeah.
And just be like, oh, I see.
That's fucking great. Well, I didn't realise that episode 200 would turn into me being analysed, but here we are.
It did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Did turn into you being analysed.
Oh well.
So let's,
I actually, funny enough,
that.
I've got a similar sort of test like that, but it's to tell you how kinky you are.
Oh.
So it's going to be. I'll read that out to you on the next episode.
Excellent, fantastic. I did find a load of different ones like that.
There's a great. It is brilliant. I mean, if we want to make this a long episode, I can find this and we can fill it in. But
find this, fill it in.
Man, did I just spell test wrong? I just typed in kink twat.
Oh, brilliant. Good old kink twat.
I've got it's a BDSM test if you want to have a go on that one.
How did you do that?
Just it's same as that, mate. You just answer a bunch of questions.
Okay, go on then. You ask me some questions. Are they long? Probably not as long as the one I just did.
Probably not. Hang on. Just got to fill in your information. You are...
What kind of information?
Just country, whereabouts. Like...
Oh, right. Sounds a bit personal. Tell me about your mother.
Tell me about your mother. United Kingdom. Strictly heterosexual, Greg? Are you strictly heterosexual?
I mean, I'm married, so...
Yeah, that's pretty strict, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. If I wasn't married, who knows? Maybe not.
Well, the options are strictly heterosexual, hetero-flexible, bi-curious, bisexual, pansexual, homo-flexible, strictly lesbian, gay, other, prefer not to disclose.
There's so many options.
I know, mate. Well, it's 2023, man. Get with the times. Don't be a gammon.
I guess we'll go with strictly heterosexual, but I don't know if
that's going to affect the outcome.
I don't know if I would be,
okay.
But well, I guess I am for now. But if I was single now, maybe not. Who knows?
Greg, you're in luck. Again, just like the other one, there is 3 options, each side of neutral.
Wow.
So
okay.
You can, if you wanna do, we can say strongly agree, slightly agree, and so forth for the other side.
Okay.
Mate, some of these. If you want to skip these, please do say, because some of these are fucking spicy.
Okay. Maybe, Mum, if you're listening, maybe. Thanks for listening. See you next episode. Right, I think Mum's gone now. Carry on.
Safe. I like to be dominated, especially in the bedroom.
No.
These are going to be. Do you want to fill this out privately and tell me the results?
No, keep going. What's the point in doing it privately? Keep going.
Did you say disagree?
Disagree.
Okie dokie. I like receiving pain during sex, BDSM, and seeing the results afterwards.
Disagree.
Fair enough. I prefer making the sexual decisions for my partner, as this gives me more control.
What are the options? Strongly agree. I'd say the third down agree.
Third down? So slightly agree.
Yeah, slightly agree.
Fair enough. I like forcing my partner into submission much more than them submitting spontaneously.
No, I don't really force anyone into
Fair enough.
anything.
Yeah, no, well, it's not saying
disagree.
force is a strong word, Greg. I would like to have sex with multiple people at the same time.
It'd be fun, yeah. It's not like a bucket list, but
Yeah.
I think I'd be quite open to doing it. So yeah, I'd
A slight,
generally agree
do
on
us like a
that.
slight agree on that.
Yeah,
If you were in different circumstances and whatnot.
yeah, sure.
I enjoy it when people watch me being naked or having sex.
I mean, no one has watched me be
That
naked
you
or
know
have
of.
sex.
That you know of, mate.
That I know of. I probably wouldn't want someone to see me have sex that wasn't meant to be there.
So, a disagreement
I'd
there?
probably disagree on that one.
Okie dokie. I don't like making sexual decisions. I prefer my partner to make them for me.
No, I disagree.
Disagree. I have a thing for large age differences in sexual encounters and relationships.
For what? Large
I
Asians?
have a thing for large age differences.
I like older women.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Maybe not large differences.
Yeah, no, yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, this is only a handful of years older than me, but
I'm gonna do that as slightly because I think there's I mean I think
I don't know. There's some pretty hot 60-year-olds out there.
that's fair enough actually. Yeah. I enjoy playing or acting like a pet animal.
No, strongly
Strong,
disagree.
yeah, fair. Being treated with little or no respect during sex arouses me.
No, disagree.
Okay. I enjoy feeling like a prey hunted by a predator.
Not in sex, no.
No, so you don't think you're a stingray and Steve Irwin's swimming up behind you, like.
I mean, I have played that sex game before.
We call it
in the bath.
We call it the crikey.
Yeah, no, I disagree.
I don't have any sort of specific fetish or non-standard sexual turn on. Remember, that's don't. You don't have.
Don't. Oh, okay, so I disagree.
Disagree? Bless you.
Thank you.
Being part of a group of slaves that serves one. Being part of a group of slaves that serves one master or mistress sounds like a life that would really suit me.
No, thank you.
That sounds like a t-shirt slogan.
Yeah.
I like that you also said
like a
no thank you.
documentary.
No thank you. That's fantastic. I would like to be completely tied up during sex.
No, not really, but I'll give it a go. So I'm going to go with partially disagree.
Partially disagree. Like a slight. Cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy being kept as a pet in a cage, eating out of a bowl, being petted and caressed.
Strongly disagree.
Fair. I love seeing the fear in my partner's eyes when they know I'm going to inflict pain on them.
No, yeah, disagree.
Disagree. That is fucking. I like to be the sexually degraded and humiliated. Oh, I like to be sexually degraded and humiliated by my partner sometimes.
Nah, disagree.
Okie dokie. I enjoy playing a different age than that I technically am.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
disagree.
I don't know about
like
you,
that
Greg, but I love pretending I'm 52.
Yeah. just pretend I'm 38 or 39.
I would like to be nothing but a 24-hour sex slave.
No. Oh, I mean, have sex 24 hours, awesome.
Greg, I could not do that. Not for 24 hours.
I mean, just...
I find it adorable when my partner acts or dresses childlike. I'm going to put a strong disagree on that one.
Disagree, please. Yeah.
What a terrible time to fuck up my words. I'm going to put a strong agree for you on that one, Greg.
I love it if she dresses up as the cranky. Fan
Davy Dozy. I could be sexually submissive now and be sexually dominant another time.
Yeah, okay, I'd agree with that.
Fair enough.
Good change up. Good change up a bit.
Living with a group of slaves owned by me and serving me would be the ultimate life goal.
No, I disagree.
Fair enough. I see. They're covering
Definitely
both.
not the ultimate life goal.
They're covering both sides of the dom and sub realm here, trying to figure out who you are, Greg.
Now, yeah.
It's no big deal when things I try turn out bad for me. It's part of the risk, and it's necessary part of discovering what works and what doesn't.
I mean, I guess I'd agree with that.
I think, and just outside of sex, just in general, I think everyone could agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, we're halfway through, so we're going to really speed these up now. Otherwise, we're going to be 2 hours into personality tests with Joe and Greg here.
I want to know if it comes out at the end.
I enjoy keeping my partner as a pet. Just going to assume strongly disagree on that one, Greg.
Yeah.
Okay, if
Yeah.
I could fulfill any of my partner's sexual desires, I would encourage them to see other people and fill the gaps.
Disagree.
Yeah, fair. I often behave in animalistic ways during sex, growling, howling, and etc.
I have done,
Have you?
but not for a while.
Okay, shall we do I'll do a disagree on that one.
A slight disagree.
A slight disagree, okay. I like it when my partner takes on a nurturing and guiding, almost parental role in a relationship.
I mean, in a relationship, maybe not parental, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like her, to look after the house and shit.
I think that's probably more in like a sexual relationship.
But in the sex-wise, no, probably not. I disagree.
I enjoy watching other people being naked and having sex.
I mean, I haven't done, apart from on TV.
Yeah.
But I would, if someone was like, look, where we want to have sex with someone to come watch, would you? We'd really be into it. You'd have to join in, just come watch. I'd be like, oh, yeah, sure. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
go on
happily help your relationship.
Done. All right. I like my partner to submit to me 24/7, and I'm willing to take the responsibility that comes with it.
And I'm willing to come
24/7 is a long time. 24/7 is all the time.
Say that again?
I'd like my partner to submit to me 24/7, and I'm willing to take the responsibility that comes with it.
Oh, no, disagree.
Disagree. I like my partner to be completely in charge in the bedroom, ordering me around. Greg, pick up your trousers. Greg, your socks are on the floor again.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. If I could make some money from selling porn clips of myself, I definitely would.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, fair. Same, mate. Absolutely. Being in fear of what my partner is going to do to me physically is arousing.
What she's going to do to me phically is yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. But being in fear of what she's going to do to you.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be in fear of it, no.
I just wanted to reiterate that first bit. You might have skipped over that.
Thank you. Yeah, I did.
Thank you. You're welcome. I feel the need to serve my partner and treat them with the highest respect, addressing them as a superior.
I mean, up until you said address them as a superior. So
they're your manager. Disagree?
I might go, yeah, disagree.
Okay. Talking back to one's dominant in a teasingly disobeying way should be part of a sub's fun.
Say it again.
Talking back, so like being a little shit
to
your dom.
Okay.
Talking back to one's dominant is in a teasingly disobeying way should be part of a sub's fun.
I mean, it's not my way, but I agree. Yeah, if that was the case,
fair
that's
enough.
what you'd want.
I enjoy verbally degrading my partner and calling them humiliating names during sex.
No, disagree.
Disagree. Cool. We should probably cut some of these down and just do the best bits. This is a long ass fucking quiz. I enjoy it when my partner plays or acts like a pet animal. Gonna just take that as a disagree.
Yeah.
I like to be completely in charge in the bedroom and order my partner around.
No, disagree.
Disagree. The idea of being tortured sexually is appealing.
Disagree.
Thank you. I would be willing to leave everything I have behind to live the BDSM life of my dreams.
Disagree.
I like to dominate my partner, especially in the bedroom.
I mean,
slightly.
Sometimes, yeah, slightly agree.
All right, we're getting towards the end here. I like to sexually degrade and humiliate my partner sometimes.
Disagree.
All right, I will naturally take a nurturing and guiding, almost parental role in the relationship.
No, disagree.
Yeah, it's basically just flipping. It's the same question, just flipped from the point of view of you.
Yeah.
The idea of torturing someone sexually is appealing.
I mean, if they want me to, yeah, I'd say mildly agree.
Mildly.
Yeah.
I'd like to submit to my partner for 24/7 and see serving them as my life purpose. Greg, we were just talking about we were just talking about what we were born to do.
Yeah, say the first bit again.
I'd like to submit to my partner 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Disagree.
got it. Awesome. I want my partner to serve me and address me as a superior.
Disagree.
I enjoy dressing on behaving like a child. That is a disagree. I enjoy being verbally degraded and being called humiliating names during sex.
Disagree.
Greg Palmstrong. Stop it, Lizzie.
Ish.
Shut up. You know I hate that
Ish.
name. Ish. What?
Ish.
Disagree.
Sometimes not
Ish.
the case.
Yeah, no, fair dues. Okay, last 2 questions.
Excellent.
I want to meet more like-minded, kinky people, and I'm willing to put the effort into that.
I'd like to go...
I want to meet more like-minded, kinky people, and I am willing to put effort into that.
I mean, at the moment, no. Yeah.
If a new awesome kink or BDSM project was launched, I would like to be kept up to date. This is just
I don't even know what that means. That's like adding me to a mailing list.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Disagree.
Okay, strongly disagree. Nice. All right, well, here we go. Greg, apparently you are 87% a switch.
Oh, what's that mean?
A switch likes to, switch. Always taking a dominant or top position is not for them. Neither is always taking a submissive and bottom position.
That makes sense.
I consider myself to be somewhat of a switch, if that's any help to anyone at all. It's probably not. 77% experimentalist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Want to have tried it all. An open mind and an insatiable curiosity are their key features, and will rarely form an opinion before they have gathered first-hand experience. Apparently you're 73% a voyeur.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Interesting. Voyeurs into watching nakedness. I mean, we're all voyeurs. We all like watching nakedness. I'm just going to do your top 3, your top 5 here. So you're also apparently 61% dominant, and apparently 56% vanilla.
Oh, bloody hell. I find vanilla a bit offensive.
I know, so do I. Vanilla people enjoy regular standard sex and relationship models. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you're having fun.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'm on board with that. That sounds great.
There you go. Just if out of curiosity, you scored 0 or 1% or 0% on pet, boy, girl, daddy, mummy, and age play. So good, well done, mate.
Age play.
Yeah, well done there,
like
mate.
That.
You've absolutely dodged some bullets there.
I think so. Thank
Indeed.
you. I enjoyed that.
It was
I've
good.
learned a little bit myself.
Lovely. I've done that in the past. I can't remember my things, or I'm willing not to tell them on a live podcast. So.
Right. Well, I've had my mic's fucking up again.
This has been a
fucking nightmare.
This has just been us just doing personality tests for like an hour and a half.
It has, yeah, and also I've had it's really going bad now. My mic, fuck's sake, I don't know what's going on.
Let's roll this.
Right, rather than turn it off and reset it all, I'm just gonna end the episode. Apologise to all those listening who wanted to have a fun end, but episode 200 is here. We'll celebrate it in another episode.
Yeah, when we've got the time to do so. Thank you for listening to all 200 of these episodes, if you have.
Yes, thank you so. I'm sorry we're ending this so abruptly, but as you can hear, my mic is going right up the cock right now.
God, don't worry, Greg, I've got this covered. This is 200 episodes is quite the achievement for us. We can't believe.
Fuck yeah.
Can't believe we've even done it or continue to do it without missing a fucking episode as well, might we add. Well done, Greg. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And I guess congratulations to me for riding them coattails for 8 years.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And doing the artwork.
Oh, yes, very, very much. But yes, thank you for all your support and listening and sending in your news articles and your geese drops and any stories and your sound bites. It's all very appreciated. We like people to feel like they're a part of this podcast as much as we are. So
fuck yeah.
Let's continue to do that for another 200.
Thank you, everyone. I've been Greg Fucked Microphone, the Switch Armstrong.
Greg the Switch. You sound like a Guy Ritchie character. Oh, that's Greg the Switch. Okay, well I've been. Oh fuck! That really threw me off. It was so good. Damn. I've been Joe. Strongly dislike Jackson. I don't know. I don't know. After 200 episodes, it's hard to think of a middle name of anymore. Good night, people.
Good night.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @Podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.